Okay, so ready to dive into this AI deep dive.
Absolutely, let's do it.
We hear AI, and it's easy to think like robots and spaceships, but you've got some really interesting real-world examples of how AI is already impacting our lives, and I have to say, I was pretty amazed by some of this stuff.
Yeah, it's fascinating how AI is sort of quietly revolutionizing these industries in ways that, we might not even realize. It's not always flashy, but it's definitely making a difference.
Totally, and I was thinking about this the other day, like you order something online, and then it feels like it arrives at your doorstep, like almost instantly. There's AI working behind the scenes to make that happen.
Right. That's a great example. Like, think about the port of Long Beach,
Yeah.
one of the busiest ports, in the world, and they're using AI to coordinate everything.
Everything.
From ship arrival times to truck routes, the whole nine yards.
It's almost like AI is conducting this like symphony of shipping containers over there. I was reading about that. But what kind of impact does that actually have like on the bigger picture
Yeah.
when you have that level of coordination and efficiency?
Well, the implications are huge. I mean, by optimizing efficiency on that scale, AI isn't just speeding up deliveries, right? It's potentially impacting global trade patterns. It could even be influencing the costs of goods we buy every day.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
So something as seemingly simple as getting that package to my door a little faster could actually have these ripple effects across the entire global economy.
Exactly. And it's not just shipping ports, right? We're seeing it in agriculture too. AI-powered greenhouses,
Oh, yeah.
where sensors and algorithms are practically becoming the new farmers.
Yeah, those high-tech greenhouses in the Netherlands like blew my mind.
Yeah.
And creating these mini ecosystems,
hmm
giving those plants exactly what they need to thrive. It's almost like each plant gets its own like personal AI assistant.
It's incredible. They call it precision agriculture.
Yeah.
And by monitoring and adjusting, temperature, humidity, nutrient levels in real time, these AI systems can optimize plant growth in a way that's just not possible with traditional farming.
Okay, so what does that mean for the future of food? Are we talking about a world where AI helps us grow more food with fewer resources?
It has the potential to revolutionize agriculture as we know it. I mean,
Wow.
imagine a future where AI helps us address food shortages, reduce waste, minimize the environmental impact of farming.
It's pretty amazing. It really makes you realize that AI isn't just about robots and spaceships. It's about like tackling these real-world challenges in these really innovative ways.
Right.
And speaking of tackling challenges, I want to kind of shift gears a little bit to another area where AI is making a real difference: crisis management. This is where it
Yeah.
gets really interesting.
Absolutely.
What can you tell us about how AI is changing the game when it comes to, responding to emergencies?
Well, one of the most striking examples I've seen is Quake Technologies' CTHRU system. It's incredible, this CTHRU system.
Right.
It's being used by firefighters, and it allows them to navigate burning buildings, giving them like this crazy level of situational awareness they just didn't have before.
I mean, that's straight out of a superhero movie, right? Giving firefighters this almost superhuman ability to see through walls and perceive danger has to be a total game changer in terms of their safety and response time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about a technology that can genuinely mean the difference between life or death in those crucial moments during an emergency. But it's not just about reacting to disasters after they've already happened. It's about using AI to predict them in advance, too.
Right, because AI can analyze these massive data sets, weather patterns, seismic activity, all of that, to kind of identify potential risks and ideally give us some kind of heads up before a disaster even strikes,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. By looking at historical data and finding those patterns, AI can help us anticipate things like earthquakes, hurricanes, even wildfires with a level of accuracy we could only dream of before.
So instead of just reacting to these disasters, we can actually use AI to get ahead of them. That could completely change how we approach evacuation plans, resource allocation, all of that.
Absolutely. Even just a few hours warning can be the difference maker in those situations. And it's not just about prediction. After a disaster, AI can be used to analyze damage from aerial footage, helping direct aid and rescue teams exactly where they need to go.
It makes you realize just how much potential there is for this kind of technology
Sure.
to improve our response to these events and hopefully save lives is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's incredible how AI is being used for these really impactful applications. But we've also got some really cool examples of how AI is being used creatively too.
Right.
AI composing music,
Yeah.
designing habitats on Mars. This stuff is really capturing the imagination. Where do we even begin?
It's true. AI is not just about logic and analysis anymore. It's finding its way into the world of art and creativity, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
Let's talk about this AI music thing for a second. I read about these AI algorithms that can compose original pieces. I have to admit, when I first heard about that, I was a little skeptical. Is this for real?
It's totally real. Projects like Google's Magenta are doing some really interesting work in this area. Essentially, AI is analyzing huge libraries of musical compositions, learning the language of music, and then using that knowledge to create brand new pieces.
Wow, so it's not like it's just mimicking existing music. It's actually coming up with its own melodies, harmonies, rhythms, all that. I'm going to have to hear this to believe it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't just stop at music, does it? What other creative endeavors is AI infiltrating?
AI is being used in everything from painting and sculpture to poetry and even architectural design.
Wait, hold on. AI is designing buildings,
Ah.
like actual physical structures that people live and work in.
Well, maybe not designing them entirely from scratch in the same way a human architect would, but AI is being used to assist with the design process, optimizing for things like energy efficiency, structural integrity, even aesthetics, all based on data analysis.
That's pretty wild. That makes you wonder what the limits of AI even are at this point.
It's a question a lot of people are asking, but there's one more example I think you'll find particularly interesting: emotion sensing robots.
Oh, yeah. This is the one I've been waiting for. Companies are actually developing robots that can understand and respond to human emotions. That's next level stuff right there.
It definitely is. It's an area of AI research that's generating a ton of interest right now, and for good reason. Companies like Sanctuary AI are leading the charge here, developing robots that can not only perform tasks, but also understand and react to our emotions.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Yep.
We went from AI organizing shipping containers
Mhm.
to AI that can, like, understand human emotions. All in what, like 30 minutes? This is wild.
It really shows you how much AI is capable of, and honestly, we're just scratching the surface here.
So tell me more about these emotion sensing robots. How do they even work? Can they actually like feel emotions? Or is it more about recognizing patterns and responding accordingly?
Yeah, it's more about recognizing and responding to those emotional cues. They have these incredibly sophisticated sensors, and AI algorithms that can interpret things like facial expressions, tone of voice, even body language.
So they're like these super observant companions that can basically just pick up on our moods.
Exactly. And then they can use that information to tailor how they interact with us to be more empathetic, more engaging.
I'm trying to imagine what that would even be like, having a robot friend who can tell if you're feeling down and knows exactly what to say.
Right. The applications are huge. Imagine robots that could provide companionship for elderly people, or maybe even assist therapists who are treating patients with emotional disorders.
It's amazing to think how far we've come. I mean, we started this whole deep dive talking about AI and logistics, and now we're talking about AI that can understand, like, the complexities of human emotion.
It really shows you how fast AI research is moving, that's for sure.
This whole conversation has been eye-opening. I feel like I have this whole new perspective on how AI is shaping, well, everything.
And we're just getting started. It feels like the possibilities with AI are practically endless at this point.
I don't know about you, but I'm both excited and a little bit intimidated by what the future holds for AI, you know? But one thing's for certain, it's going to be fascinating to watch it all unfold.
I completely agree. And honestly, the more we understand about AI now, the better equipped we'll be to navigate its impact on our lives moving forward.
Well said. A huge thank you to you for walking us through all of this. This has been an amazing deep dive.
My pleasure. Always happy to be here.
And to everyone listening, I hope this sparked your curiosity, maybe gave you some things to think about. Until next time, keep exploring, and remember, the future of AI is being written right now.